Hi, I'm Dave Zaring. I'll be your host for the next few minutes as we continue our discussion about science and religion. This is the second in the series, and you're probably wondering who I am. Well, if Penny and Leonard had a son back in the mid-50s, that would be me. Dad was a professor of mathematics at the University of Illinois in Urbana, and Mom was a school teacher in the Champaign School District as I grew up in the Big Bang Theory apartment. With socially awkward, pedantic, they love to throw around that word, and just plain weird conversation. Everything was expressed in math terms, such as, those two pieces of pie are isomorphic. Last time, we touched on what science is and why we do it. Why not do the same with religion? Religion is the relationship between God and mankind. There are too many religions in the world to touch on each, so I will focus only on Christianity. It is the one I'm most familiar with. In the beginning, the Bible states how God created the universe. It matches up with the Big Bang Theory so well, it makes me wonder if science cheated. I suppose it was an open book test. Anyway, if they do match, what's the big deal? The main question is, did God do this on purpose, or did the uncertainty principle have an accident? There's a secondary question about the length of time. I personally want to ask God why 6 days and not one. I suppose if he did it all in one day, we'd be working 8 days a week and not just 6. Thank God for taking his time so that we could have a weekend. Here are two competing theories, creation and evolution. Since we cannot prove a theory, can we at least find supporting evidence? The obvious answer is yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have two theories. God laid out how he did it pretty well in Genesis chapter 1. BibleGateway.com has several translations to choose from. I would suggest reading more than just one. Evolution is built on theories from several scientific disciplines such as cosmology, biology, chemistry, and physics. The key to evolution is time. If we just wait long enough, stuff happens. Green slime will change into humans. The evidence can be found in the fossil record. We can see bird beaks get longer and shorter as they adapt to the environment. What the fossil records don't show is the transition from kind to kind. The thought being, if we keep looking, we'll find that infamous missing link. Or maybe each kind was created and there isn't a transition from one to the other. Could God create all the kinds of animals in a day? So what is a day anyway? Typically, we think of a day as one revolution of the earth on its axis. How long is a day before there was an earth to spin? 2 Peter 3:8 says, 1 day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day to God. I know what you're going to say. What's a year without a sun for the earth to spin around? Just for the sake of argument, let's say God exists, and we're going to take the theory of Genesis as gospel. If God created the universe, he must exist outside the universe, outside of space-time. Distance and time would be meaningless to God. I guess that's why he's described as omnipresent. Suppose I go to the junkyard and find all the parts for an Edsel. You can Google Edsel if you're interested, but an Edsel is a Ford from the late 50s. I take all the parts back to my garage. I assemble the parts, start up the engine, and drive over to my BFF and say, "How do you like my new car?" He would say, "That's not a new car. It looks and smells like cat puke." Who's right? The car was assembled and started for the first time just minutes ago. With that in mind, how old's the Earth? How old is the universe? Both answers can be correct from different perspectives. Please comment, like, and share this video. I want to know your thoughts.